Beach for Gears of War Judgment. This is a tough level. There's 3 sections, 2 checkpoints throughout this, and the third one can be really, really tough. So you're going back to the very first level where you started, where you assaulted the beach, except now you're defending the beach. You have 2 Gnasher turrets. So what I like to do for the first 2 waves, I like to defend down low, defend this room on the left over here, and use this turret as much as I can. Now, one trick I didn't actually do on this first wave is you can put that Gnasher right in the middle of that exit right there, and enemies will not be able to walk past it. So I placed that one poorly, but I think I changed that for the second wave. Anyway, so for the first wave, it's not too tough. Just use that turret as much as you can to kill the people like as they're leaving their D-Day invasion boats. I don't know what you call those. Anyway, so for the first 2 waves, I like to defend that area down there. Now for the third wave, with your 2 Gnasher Sentinels, I bring them back up to that crow's nest at the very top of the area where I was just at. And then I use those 2 Gnasher Sentinels, like I mentioned before, where you can actually set them in the middle of the doorway and prevent enemies from walking by. And that will make it much, much, much easier to survive. Your teammates don't do a goddamn thing during these missions. They're fucking worthless. They seem to kill almost nothing, and they seem to almost and they seem to distract very little too. So it's a huge pain in the ass. The Declassified challenge for this is that Locusts use one-shots. You'll see some dudes way down on the beach using one-shots. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that I probably like that guy right there. Fortunately, the one-shots are kind of inaccurate on this for some reason. When you're on the turret, if it was any other level, I would expect them to be much more lethal, but they actually kind of struggled getting to me. Anyway, your teammates are worthless. You can't count on them for shit. Try to save your boom shot ammo for the last part. So what I was saying before, if there's only just like one grub running over there to your left, I would, this is a hindsight's 2020 kind of thing, but I probably could have just let that Gnasher Sentinel take care of him really easily. Like, those things are pretty strong. So the second wave, same thing. Stay on the turret as long as you can. This is not as easy as the first wave. I'm just looking at my edits right now. I don't know how much I cut out, but I don't think it was very much. I know for the first wave, after the first checkpoint, there were 0 cuts. I got that on my first try. This one, I know I had to cut out a couple times. And the third wave, that I cut out probably half an hour to an hour of dying and retrying. Dying and retrying and experimenting with crazy strategies and stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, just use this turret as much as possible. Take out those grinders. The grinders are the biggest pain in the ass. And you can stay on there for a good amount of time. I don't know, on insane difficulty, to me it seems like there's like 2 to 3 levels of damage that you can really take. Like, that's probably the first level. Now that's 2 right there. I probably should have gotten off there a little bit earlier, but I decided to push it. The nice thing about being in this area is that you're completely protected from mortars. So don't waste your time trying to kill that guy until you there's absolutely nothing left to shoot. Oh, and if you haven't watched the other videos, when you're on these turrets, using right bumper will air cool down the turrets so you don't overheat as much. Those assholes crawling out into the water. So one nice thing about setting up the Gnasher Sentinel where I did is that when you see on your HUD that it's disabled, that means someone's getting pretty fucking close to hitting you in the back. So pay attention, because shit's about to go down. So third wave, this is the tricky one. this I found to be the most reliable way to get through it. Take the Nashers, drag them up here. You only have 30 seconds, so you got to move quick. There's a long shot up here too. Drop the Nasher right in the middle of the doorway. That way, the God, what the hell are those dogs called? The dogs with riders on them. That way that they can't actually get to you and melee you, because those guys kill you really fucking quick. And no enemies can walk past them, actually. So just make sure they're alive. I like to swap the boom shot out for the long shot and just kill the one shots down on the beach as quickly as possible. And, you know, anybody else that you can. Now, the strange thing about this area is that you just using the long shot from cover works fine, but if you're using it just like a normal sniper rifle, the angles in this just don't work out very well, and you end up shooting the wall a lot. So it's kind of a pain in the ass because it's inaccurate. When you hear people start to get fucked up by your Nashers, now it's time to switch to the close range weapons. Even though the boom shot's not that really great of a close range weapon, and you'll probably end up killing yourself a couple times with it, trying to take out the Cerberus dogs or whatever they're called. Unfortunately, I don't have any grenades. Yeah, so just keep repairing those your turrets as quickly as you can. Make sure they're functional as long as possible. Now, what I maybe should have done in retrospect, if you're really struggling with this, maybe starting from the very beginning and not using the Nasher Sentinels at all for the first two waves. See if you can get through it without using them, so that you have full health Nasher Sentinels for this last wave. Because as you can see, they're already kind of low on health, and it's down already. The one on the right is, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Don't forget you got that Onyx ammo cache to get full boom shot or whatever you want ammo. And yeah, hopefully you can use those Nashers to play some good defense for you.
Take one of those boats back.
That's the plan. Let's go finish this, Kilo.
You people astound me. consider getting back out there and fighting, Captain?
Sir, they're right outside!
Then it'll be a short walk. This is crazy. I'm waiting on you. Finish up.